Hey, seventh graders, welcome back to another week of remote distance learning. Just going to give you a few instructions for the week. So we'll start off with remember to be checking the Google Classroom page. One thing that we didn't use while we were in class very often was the stream. I mean, everything gets posted to the stream, but I will also announce some things. So last week I just did a for fun kind of activity later in the week. And so I'll post some things like that occasionally. So always check the stream. And then obviously your next go-to place is the daily planner. When you go take a look at the daily planner for this week, you're going to see that we're continuing on with our novel study in Tangerine. We've got a slide that will be some reading or listening or a combination of both, and then some character analysis pieces. So I'm going to go over a couple of those things. So the first thing, if you look, you can go out to the teacher one and grab the slides you need. It's going to be 23, 24, and 25. If you look at 23, combine a little bit of the reading together. So a little bit more reading, but only one response. And so you'll see that you got two sets of pages to get through. The second set is a little shorter than our normal. The one thing that I wanted to point out after looking at some students' work from last week is that a lot of students that did the Vocaroo, you had to request access to get the audio. So one of the things that you could do, or I'd like you guys to try to do, because I saw this on one student example and I think it worked a little better, is when you go out to Vocaroo and you get to the point where you have recorded your podcast, instead of downloading it, you can simply copy this right here and paste it into like a text box on the slide, and then it will then work. So you can just do that, and then people can link from that or copy and paste that and then listen to your response. If you're going to do the Vocaroo, try that. We'll see if that works. Then when you move on to the next two slides, you have a set of glasses. This novel has a lot to do with that kind of theme or that idea of what people see and don't see. And so if you take a look, you're going to choose a character from the book. I tell you to choose an important character from the novel, and you're just going to try to analyze the things that they see and don't see. And it's more back to that figurative way of thinking about it from last week, the figurative versus literal. And so I give you like an example of Paul's mom that she doesn't really see that Paul sees just fine. She always thinks that he, needs help along the way. And then what does she choose to see or focus on is that she seems to really care about like making sure the neighborhood is nice and that she's in this certain kind of neighborhood. And that's something that she then focuses on. And so when you're finished with that organizer, you're going to move on, and you have a couple options here. You can turn it into a written response, just follow the guide that I have provided for you, or you can try a Flipgrid video response. And so you simply just click on this, and when you do, it will take you through a couple steps. If you've never made a Flipgrid video, some of you guys have been doing some of the fun ones for the last couple weeks. It's been fun to hear some of your responses. And so you just log in with Google. Takes a few steps here. See if it works this time. Last time I tried it as a student, doesn't always go through correctly. When you get to here, like if this were my first period class, there'll be a little video explanation from me, some written instructions there, and then you simply click on this button and create your video. And you can edit them, you can reshoot them if you want to. And these particular videos will be seen by me at first, and then I might put them out there for students to comment on after we do them. But if you prefer not to do that, then again, the other option is to go ahead and just do a written response, but make sure you have all the parts and pieces that are included there. Okay, and so that'll take care of this week in Tangerine, and then it would be spring break, so then we'll take a break. And so let me know if you have any questions along the way, if there's something that's confusing. You guys did a good job last week. The one thing I will say is I'll take a look at all of the work on Fridays. I think that's going to be the kind of easiest routine, is that I'll wait till Friday to give you guys the most time to get them done if Monday and Tuesday aren't the best days for you. So I'll look at them Friday. If you see that it shows up as missing for you after Friday, then simply just send me an email when it's done, and I'll get the grade book updated as soon as I can. And so just let me know whatever you finish. A lot of kids have been doing that. They'll just send me an email that says, I finished slide 23, and then I will take a look at it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hope you guys have a good week.